everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And I came in today to give you a little bit of celebrity tea. This one concerns Bishop Eddie Long. Now, about a week or so ago, I did a video and I talked about the dramatic change in the way that Bishop Eddie Long looked. Um, I was not sure whether this was due to drug use or if he was sick or exactly what was going on with him. Because when you look at these two side by side pictures, he is now a shell of the man that he once was. I talked about how he didn't look healthy around the eyes and just his body mass is just like a third or at least a half of what it used to be. Now, a lot of people that posted comments, they thought he had AIDS or that he was, smoking crack, and just we just discussed back and forth what we actually thought it was that was making him look so different. Now, I read a story yesterday that really concerns me for him. And in this story, a reporter had come into contact with someone that was within Bishop Eddie Long's inner circle, or at least someone who was very much aware of what's going on with Bishop Eddie Long. Now, this person, the reporter, said that they verified all the information that was given to them by this person from Bishop Eddie Long's church. Now, what the person is saying is that Bishop Eddie Long actually has stage 4 cancer. And they're saying that this is a gastrointestinal cancer. And that, he was just recently, which we all should know by now, admitted into the hospital, but they're just saying that it is a grave illness. Now, that person that gave the reporter that information is also saying that Bishop Eddie Long is refusing to, really admit to himself that he actually has stage 4 cancer. This person goes on to say that Bishop Eddie Long says that no man will tell him, when his time is up here on earth, that it will be something that is God's will. And that is true. That is very true. Um, that person also says that Bishop Eddie Long was only given a few months to live. And I believe that what we're seeing is his slow, decline. When there is someone suffering from any type of cancer, the first thing we start to notice is they start to lose weight. And that disease starts to show on their face. Now, I can kind of, you know, identify with what it looks like he's going through. My ex-husband died of pancreatic cancer, and I must say that the decline was very quick once that cancer was in his body. One moment he looked like, himself, and then I didn't see him again for a couple months. And when he knocked on my door, the change was so dramatic that I actually didn't know who this man was. And I had actually spent almost 18 years of my life with him. When I opened the door and I saw what that cancer had done to his body, you know, I believe that this is what's going on with Bishop Eddie Long. They said that he was just, as I stated, admitted into a hospital there in Atlanta. I believe that's where he lives. So, folks, we all speculated and we were going back and forth about, he had AIDS, that he was on drugs, but I do believe that we were wrong and it is cancer. And, you know, a lot of people told me that, he had done a lot of things that weren't that great and in life and in the church. And basically, he was getting, I guess, payback and karma for what he had done in his past. Basically, they were saying that karma has finally caught up with him, and this is what's going on. Now, I did not follow Bishop Eddie Long, really closely. I do know about the scandal, and even that, I don't sit here and pretend to know everything or will say that I followed that down to the T. But, God is the final judge, and when you're dying from cancer, it really ravages your body. And I heard that stomach cancer is pretty bad, so he's probably in a lot of pain. And I can't say that I wish that type of pain on anyone, that type of suffering on anyone. Because in wishing that on someone else, I don't want to condemn my soul. So I am the type of person, like I tell you guys all the time, that I always try to look, to a brighter side, I guess, or not focus on the negative for once. So what I will say is that I will pray for him. I will just pray that, his suffering isn't long and that God will have mercy on whatever he has done, because cancer is not to be played with. I watched my ex-husband wither down to, he looked like a walking skeleton. And he came to my house once, um, when I had some family members in from out of town that he hadn't seen. And he basically told me that when we were together, he was very close to them, so he wanted to see them before he died. And the only thing or only way that I can put it is when he walked into my home and my family members were here. It was my grandmother, an uncle of mine, my children, and my brother. Unbeknownst to him, he shut the room down. My uncle had to go down the basement and cry. My brother had to go out in the front yard and cry. My children had already seen him, so they knew what he looked like. My grandmother was the only one in the room that had the strength to talk to him and let him know that, God will receive him in his hands. And, you know, he looked so bad that basically everyone in my house had to walk out of the kitchen to get themselves together before they were able to like sit down and have a conversation with him and let him know that even though him and I weren't together, that they will always love him because he had been, with me for almost 18 years. So again, I don't wish this man, you know, any ill will. He just never done anything to me. And I will pray again, like I said, that God has mercy on him. And with that, everyone, thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye now.